Welcome to day 2 of week 5. Today we're going to talk about legal consideration and seeking professional help. This is where most of the victims, such as you, don't continue. You usually stop at this point. It will be to your best interest if you have children involved, if you're married and looking to get a divorce, you want to do this. Or even if you don't have children or not married, but your safety is at risk, you want to do this, okay? So what you're going to do, and I put on there to download this worksheet, but the thing is that if you have the book, then you already have it. But if you don't have the book, then you might want to just replay this as much as you can over and over. And this video is on YouTube, so you'll be able to find it there as well. So let's talk about this. So leaving a narcissistic relationship often involves navigating legal complexities and seeking professional help to ensure your safety and well-being. Here is a cohesive guide on the legal considerations and steps for seeking professional help. Legal consideration, you want to first understand your rights. You have to understand that you have rights. Knowing your legal rights, familiarize yourself with your legal rights regarding properties, finance, and custody if you have children involved. Documentation, you want to gather and organize any documentation that might be related and relevant to legal procedures. Anything that you have to do, you might need to have that information handy, such as records of abuse. They need to know that he really did abuse you. You need proof. That's why it's important to document and record these things, all right? Audio is your friend. So if you need to record, please use audio as much as possible. Just to listen, and the sound alone can give people visual of how you're being treated as well, if you can't do the actual visual, okay? Financial statements and legal agreements. You also want to consult a lawyer. Family law attorneys. Consult with a lawyer, a family lawyer. You need someone who specializes in family, all right? Who specializes in domestic abuse, or even narcissistic relationship. They know what to do. They can provide you with anything that you may need that's tailored to your situation. If you can't afford a family lawyer, there's legal aid. Remember, I told you that I was going to talk about that. So legal aid services. If you cannot afford a private attorney, seek out legal aid services in your area. Many organizations offer free or low-cost legal assistance for the victim of abuse. If you have a job, then they're going to probably do a low cost. If you don't have a job, then it will be free. Try to find somebody who can guide you in that area, or use your internet to help you. Google legal aid in my area, and then make as many phone calls as possible. Write a full long, lengthy email. It's describing what this person has done to you, even if you can attach some documents to that, such as audio, if you can attach the sound, if you can attach photos, whatever, of abuse, whatever, videos. Do that in the email, because they would be like, hey, this is real. I need to contact her, all right? Protection order, restraining orders. If you fear you are at risk and your safety is at risk, you can apply for a restraining order or protective order. They're both pretty much kind of the same, but a little different. But it's best to get a protective order, because restraining order is basically like restraining a person from being able to contact you. But protective order is knowing that you are in danger and you really need protection, okay? So you want to definitely take these legal measures if you can to prohibit the narcissist from contacting you or reaching out to you. Emergency protection order. There is a such thing as an emergency protective order. I mean, they would give it to you right away because it's urgent. In urgent situations, you may be able to obtain an emergency protective order, which can be issued quickly to provide immediate protection. And remember what I told you about protective order. Some of them get angry and wants to come after you because of its protective order. So know who you are dealing with. Do you know the mate that you're with will try to retaliate? If so, then the protective order will only be helpful if you're planning on going to get protection for yourself, and if they show up and trying to harm you in any kind of way, then you have your very own protection. Because most narcissists don't care about no protective order. That is fuel to their fire. Like, who gonna make me stay away? Oh, you think you're gonna make me stay away? Just because you put that protective order on me, I'm coming after you. So I'm just letting you know to be careful with that. But you will need it because it helps. And why it helps is because, let's say you got a protective order and that person come around and try to harm you, and you literally did protect yourself. Well, the protective order protects you as well because they weren't supposed to be in so many feet of you in the first place. Custody. Let's talk about custody and child support. So custody arrangements. Work with an attorney to establish safe and fair custody arrangement. Ensure that the custody arrangement prioritizes the safety and well-being of your children as well as yourself. Let the attorney know, hey, he's abusive to me. I can't be in the same presence with him. Is there a way that we can have a mediator always around every time that he needs to pick up the kids? Because I don't want him picking up the kids by himself and I'm by myself and he attacked me in front of the children. So there gotta be a way. Maybe I don't have to be the one to be present when he gets the kids. Maybe he can go pick up the kids from somebody else's house, or maybe I can bring the kids to a building where, child protective service is at, and he can come pick them up over there. But I just don't want to be in contact with him. All right, you can do that as well. And let's talk about child support, if applicable. Discuss child support arrangements with your attorney to ensure financial stability for you and your children. Financial and property consideration. So division of assets. Oh, this is a tough one here because when you have property and other things tied up, assets, you go through a messy divorce if you're married, and a messy separation if you're not married. It is not going to be easy, okay? This is where self-care definitely comes in play. You're going to need it. So if you're married and you have assets, or even if you're not married, you got in Texas where they have common law marriage. If you have moved into each other's home for 6 months or more and you claim that you are married, then now you are treated as a real husband and a wife, and you have to divide assets, okay? Any type of assets, you need to understand how assets and debt will be divided in the event of separation or divorce. Your attorney can help ensure a fair division based on legal standards. So I know some people think that police officers can come in and do that. That's not their job. They're to protect and serve, and not to serve, oh, you need to take this and he can't take that. No, if it's property, you need to go to a family law on that. It's a civil case. I know because I was told that too many times. So you have to go to court, all right? Then you have spouse support for if you have not been able to sustain financial support for yourself during the marriage or the relationship, then you can seek spousal support, and that's when you're married, okay? So if you were financially dependent on the narcissist, discuss the possibility of spousal support and or alimony with your attorney. That's if you are married and getting a divorce, okay? Not the other way around, like y'all just dating. That's not gonna happen. Let's see. So seeking professional help, therapy, and counseling. Individual therapy, you need it for yourself. You're gonna need it. So seek a license therapists for mental health, as well as professional that has been experienced with dealing with trauma and narcissistic abuse. You want someone who knows what they're doing and knows what you're going through, because they have had cases like yours before. So therapists can help you process emotions, build self-esteem, and develop coping strategies. They can help you with that. And then you want to also seek out support groups. Join support groups for survivors of narcissism and abuse. Because sharing your experiences, what y'all have gone through, it helps to validate your feelings and know that you are not alone and you can assess your situation. Okay. So hotlines. Remember about the 800 hotline. Remember that, and also the text message, and you want to also know that you can text as well. So if you can't talk, you can text. You want to text as well. So you have the domestic violence hotline. Contact the domestic violence hotline for immediately support, advice, and resources. These services offer 24 hours of care. They will help you no matter what time or day. They can provide crisis intervention. All right. Also, shelter. Don't be afraid to go to a shelter. Some people think that it's a stigma on shelters, but they have areas for just women and children only. So there's areas in some of those shelters where men are not allowed to enter into, okay? So don't think that, oh, there's men there, they might try to do something to my kid. No, they're going to put you in an area where it's just you and other women in your situation with their kids. So seek shelter if you need a safe place to stay. You want to research the location, right now it's a great time before you leave the relationship is to start doing some reviews on some of these shelters, so you'll have in mind where you actually could be going to. All right, and then call them and ask them what are their procedures and protocols in this situation, so you'll know exactly what to do. It won't be a random thing that just comes out of the blue. All right, and then you will have your head on straight when you go there, knowing that this was a part of your plan. Okay, so ask them about any type of services for abuse for survivors. Like, what do y'all have to offer? Because I don't have a place to stay, and do y'all help us get housing? Would you help me get housing? What can you do, especially if you don't have a job? Can you help me to apply for housing? Can you help me to get food stamps, emergency food stamps, SNAP here in Texas? Can you help me with assisting with jobs and stuff like that? We're going to talk about that, because there's places that can help you assist to get a job, or even a better job that's getting more money if you already have a job. So let's talk about medical care. So you want to get checkups. You definitely want to have checkups, because your doctor can document you coming in with bruises on your body and say, yeah, in the court they can be subpoenaed to testify on your behalf. Have you seen such and such with bruises on her body looking like that? Maybe she had been battered. Yes, she has. She came in a month before and she was fine for her checkup. Then she came back the next month, she had bruises on her. And we took pictures, and here are the pictures, and we can tell that these are really blows to her body, that kind of stuff. So you want to definitely get that done as well. So any injuries, physical injuries of abuse, you want to make sure you get a checkup and go to the doctor for those, all right? And then your mental health, you definitely need some mental health, because your mind is not going to be right. I say this all the time, it's not. So additional therapy, consider consulting with a psychiatrist if you feel that you need medication, because psychiatrists are the ones who are able to give you medicine for the mind, all right? A therapist is not licensed to do that, and a counselor is not licensed to do that, and a life coach is not licensed to do that. You need a real psychiatrist for that. If you are dealing with any type of symptoms of anxiety, depression, and PTSD that is severe, and you can't manage it with the techniques that I'm giving to you to do, with the meditation, as well as journaling, and it's just to a point where it's just chronic, it's ongoing, every little thing's making you jump and you twitching and you so afraid, then you might want to also seek a psychiatrist in that area. Financial and career counseling. Financial advisors work with a financial advisor to manage your finances, especially if the narcissists control your money. They can help you budget, save, and plan for financial independence. So you want to find a financial advisor for that. You might say, "Oh, I ain't got money for that." What are places that people can help you for free? So seek it out. Get online and put free financial advisors. What can I go for that? There's some classes that might be at your local workforce center. You might can find some free classes on how to manage money and stuff like that. And career counseling. If you need to re-enter into the workforce or improve your employment situation, seek career counseling services. The workforce, like here in Texas Workforce Commission, that place, they can help you if you go there, and it's free services. You don't pay for that. So they can help you if they got any type of career dates going on, or job fairs. They can help you in that area too. So definitely seek it out so you can resume building or rebuilding your life and seeking a job. And you want to plan your career, or if you want to go back to school. That's what I did. Actually, I was able to use Texas Workforce Career to go back to school. It had nothing to do with abuse though. Mine was that my job was laying everybody off, and I had been there for 11 years, and they had offered me a search packet and asked me, do I want to have them help me find another job or send me back to school to get a degree in a field that I didn't have. And I said, yeah, send me back to school. And so every time I got the opportunity, I was in that Workforce Commission, Texas Workforce Commission office, and I was there just basically getting all the resources that I can get, okay? So this is how I know they can help you. Everything I'm teaching you, remember I said it's by experience. I have actually went through this. So let's talk about building a support network. Trusted friends and family. I tell you I'm going to repeat myself, right? This is crucial, so you have to remember this. You want to inform trusted individuals. Letting trusted friends and family members know about your situation. They can provide emotional support and practical assistance. They might even can provide you with a place to stay. You don't even have to stay at the shelter. So you definitely want to make sure you go into this knowing that you have the right help. So you want to designate a few trusted individuals as emergency contacts who can help you if you are in immediately danger. You want to have a safety contact list where you can call them and say, hey, I need a place right now. Can I come by? And they like, yeah. And they will protect you and be like, she's not here. I don't know what are you here for? Or they can just not simply answer the door if he shows up, if you go somewhere where he knows that you might be at. Just letting you know if that happens. Community resources. You have local organizations, which I have talked to you about. Texas Workforce Commission here in Texas or anywhere else. You might want to go to your Workforce Commission place. Research local organizations that offer support for survivors and domestic abuse. They often provide legal assistance, counseling, and other resources. Online community, let's talk about that. So join an online community and a forum. That's what you should have been doing already with the group session and the forum on imagingcoaching.com, of course, here in this platform. Not the YouTube, but the actual website. Imagingcoaching.com, imagingcoaching.com, okay? You go there, you go to the discussion forum. If you are not signed up for the actual class and you just listen to this one little video, imagingcoaching.com, that's the one. And you get on the discussion forum and you will be there to have support, no judgment, be respectful to each other. and it's for survival of narcissistic abuse. These can offer a sense of clarity and access to valuable information. Other people might have some information in your area and say, hey, I know what you can do, and you get more information, more insight, more details. So leaving a narcissistic relationship requires careful legal and professional planning to ensure your safety and well-being. By understanding your legal rights, your I'm trying to okay. So you want to also understand your legal rights. You also want to learn to build a network of friends and to consult with a professional. I know it's not going to be easy. It's going to be very complex. So be patient with yourself. Please be patient with yourself. It's going to be a journey for you. But I guarantee you, when it's all over, if you do it the right way, you're going to come out a winner in the end. So remembering seeking help is a sign of strength, not weakness. It's not a weakness, okay? It's a sign of strength that you have had enough and you know you had enough. So I am hoping this journey suits you well, help you to get well, and you continue to live the best life that God intended for you to live. That ends day 2, and day 3 is tomorrow, and we're going to talk about building your support network. I want to elaborate on that a whole lot more. That's the reason why I said week 5, you don't tell nobody until you get to week 5, because you need to know how to do it, all right?